Hello, students. Under demography and family planning in health education and community pharmacy, we have gone through the definition of demography. Then, what do you mean by demographic cycle? Then, what are the changes which are observed in any given population over time, like change in size, change in composition, then change in distribution in relation to space, and then what are the reasons for these changes which are observed in any given population. So, fertility, marriage, mortality, migration, and social mobility are the some of the reasons, or are the major reasons for the change which is seen in the population, that is, change in size, composition, and distribution. Then, after discussing demographic cycle, we had a discussion on family planning. What do you mean by family planning? The definition which is given by WHO. Then, what are the main objectives of family planning? That is to avoid unwanted birth, to bring about wanted birth, then to regulate the interval between pregnancies, to determine the number of children in the family, and to control the, or you can say, yes, to control the time at which births occur in relation to ages of the parents. Then we had a discussion on important process which is directly related with population, you can say, is fertility. And we have seen what are the factors which determines the rate of fertility, that is age of marriage, then duration of married life, then education and socio-economic factors, then nutrition, religion and caste, spacing and family planning. And after that, we began our discussion with contraceptive methods in the last lecture, and we have seen that these are the methods which can prevent the unwanted pregnancies either temporarily or permanently. And there are number of methods we have seen which are available for a couple to choose, because one method, there is no universal method, or you can say there is no single method which can suit to all the couples or all the people who use these contraceptive methods. So number of methods are available for them to choose from, and this approach is called as cafeteria approach. Then we have gone through the classification of contraceptive methods. We have divided all the contraceptive methods into two parts: one temporary methods and two permanent methods. Then in temporary methods, we have gone through barrier methods, then what you can say, IUDs, then hormonal methods, then post-conceptional methods, and miscellaneous methods. These were the five major classes, and they are further subdivided, and we have gone through certain examples also. And the second methods are permanent methods. That means once these methods are adopted, it is very difficult to bring about pregnancy. And those methods are vasectomy, which is for males, and or you can say it is a male sterilization method, and tubectomy, which is a female sterilization method. Then now we are switching our discussion to the first type of methods, that is your barrier methods. Under barrier methods, now barrier itself means that between two things, if something is present and which is not allowing the two things to meet together, that thing is called as barrier. So even if in case of riots, or you can say when the police want to prevent people from entering into a particular area, they put barricades on the road. That is also one sort of barrier, or it is a barrier method to control the people's flow. In the similar way, these methods will act as a barrier between the sperms and ovum, or between the male and female gametes, you can say. Now under barrier methods, the first type of methods are physical methods. In the last time in classification we have seen the first type of methods are physical methods. Now these methods are again available for both the sexes, because in the examples you can see that condoms, diaphragm and vaginal sponge. So condoms are generally used by male partners, while diaphragm and vaginal sponge, they are used for female partners. So that's why physical methods are available for both the sexes. They prevent the union of ovum with the sperm either mechanically or chemically, because in chemical methods we will see chemical barrier methods, and in physical method there will be a physical means. So barrier methods, they are available, or physical methods, they are available for both the sexes. They prevent the union of ovum with the sperm mechanically in case of physical methods. Now under physical methods, the first type of contraceptive device, or you can say contraceptive methods, are using condoms. So condoms, these are prepared from rubber or from latex, and they are applied on erected penis before intercourse to avoid the entry of semen or sperms into vagina. So condoms are used by male partners as already discussed, and they are prepared from either rubber or latex, from which it is a exudate of rubber plant, you can say. So rubber latex, they are prepared from rubber latex or rubber, and they are applied on erected penis before intercourse to avoid the entry of semen or sperms into vagina. So that means the semen which is ejaculated after the sexual intercourse is over, that semen will be collected in condoms itself only. Now it is most widely used method of contraception, and condoms are pre-lubricated. They are supplied or provided by the government free of cost in government hospitals, and even in market they are available under various names such as Kam Sutra, Zarur, Deluxe, Man Force, etc. And they are meant for single use only. They can't be used repeatedly. Now advantages of condoms: they are safe, they are cheap, they are effective, that means they serve the purpose for which they are used. Then no medical supervision is required. One doesn't need to go to doctor to take advice how to use a condom. Then they have very less side effects, very low failure rate. Then they prevent sexually transmitted diseases like AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, etc. Generally, the people who go for multi-partner sex, they should use condoms to prevent such kind of diseases. And these condoms are it is a temporary method of family planning. They fall under temporary method of family planning. And disadvantages, you can say, sometimes they may slip off during intercourse or during sex. Then they may tear during use, or you can say some people, they doesn't get feel the natural sexual pleasure during use. So this is all about condoms, and there is a diagram of unrolled condom on your screen. So this much discussion about condoms is sufficient, and from examination point of view also, the discussion of condoms is important. Then friends, with regard to diaphragms and vaginal sponge, they are not used in nowadays. So we are avoiding the discussion of these outdated products, diaphragm and vaginal sponge, because they are never being asked in examination also, and these products are not accepted by the community in those times. So that's why they are out of market also. Then even chemical methods also, some say 5 to 10 years back, people used to use a tablet called Today, vaginal tablet, which is called Today. And actually, it is not a tablet, you can say it's a type of preparation which is meant for vaginal introduction and which contains a spermicide agent in that. And after the ejaculation of male partner, the sperms were killed. But even many females, they complain about severe irritation, and also cost is again a major drawback for use of these such type of products. So even chemical methods are also being not that much successful in barrier methods. So only product or only method which is most widely used even today under barrier methods is only condoms.